Number 0, 5'11", junior guard, Mason Beck. Number 1, 6'6", senior forward, Jaden Jeffress. Number 11, 6'1", junior guard, Bock. Number 21, 6'1", junior forward, Max Harris. Number 23, 6'7", junior forward, William Jeffress. Number 1, and now for your defending PIAA 6'8" state champion, Katie Catholic, Golden Eagles. Number 1, 5'9", junior guard, Jaleel Christian. Number 3, 6'6", senior shooting guard, Ike Mercer. Number 10, 6'1", sophomore guard, Gio Modesto. Number 21, 6'2", senior forward, Nate Taylor. Number 23, 6'4", junior forward, Skylar Thomas. And Alex Harper. Thank you and enjoy the game.
All right, we are live at Kennedy Catholic High School. Last regular season game for both the Trojans and the Golden Eagles. Trojans need a win to clinch D10 outright. To get the bye into the PIAA playoffs. Here is 6'4" senior Ike Herster, the leading scorer in District 10 at 28.1 points per game, jumping against 6'7" junior William Jeffress, the second leading scorer in District 10 at 25.8. Herster's going to get an advantage on the tip. Here's Kennedy with the basketball to start things off. This is Jaleel Christian to start things. There's over to Taylor, now Thomas, now back to Christian. They work it eventually to Herster at the top of the key, guarded closely by Jaden Jefferson. That's Christian. Back to Herster, long three. Hit one. Unlimited range for the senior leading scorer here in D10. 3-0, 7.5 to play in the first. McDowell with the possession. This is Bock over to Paris. Finally to Beck, who will move it across midcourt, guarded closely by Jaleel Christian. Here's Bock, trapped, hands down, jump ball called. I don't see a possession arrow. It'll favor the Trojans. 7:13 to play first quarter. 3-0 lead for the Golden Eagles. It was a long three-point shot for Ike Herster. This is Jefferson over to Bock, over to Paris. Here's Jonah Bock with a three-point shot, trying to match. Jeffress with the rebound, no, stolen away by Herster and going the other way. KC basketball, Christian. Here's Thomas along three. Off the mark and rebound Jefferson, 6:48. No points for the Trojans. Here's Jaden Jefferson, top of the key. They move it over to Jeffress, now down Bock. Top to Jefferson, and Jeffress finds a wide open dunk, and he's got the opening points for the Trojans. Now 3-2, 6.5 to play the first. Jaleel Christian to bring it up, and he'll take it slow. He moves left, guarded closely by Bock. Cross court, Herster almost stolen away by Jefferson. Herster gets a runner off glass. He's got all five as he and Jeffress crumble to the floor. 5-2 our score. Kennedy out in the lead. 6:12 to play in the first. Bock up to Jeffress, thought about a three, takes one. Three ball is off the mark, and a rebound Catholic. That's Nate Taylor. They move it to Christian. And he'll wait till all five make it up the court. Christian guarded closely by Bock at midcourt. Now they move it to Herster. Finally back to Taylor. Pass down low is tipped away and picked up by Jonah Bock. Bock's got a 2-on-2. Down low Jefferson, and he'll bring it back outside. Right wing, and he'll bring it to the top. Elbow jumper, finds a nice pass down below, and here's a running Jonah Bock for 2 more. Trojans keep it within 1, 5-4 now. They have not led, 5.5 to play in the first. Here's Jaleel Christian, who gets a call from the bench. He's met at midcourt by Mason Beck. They move it to Taylor, almost taken away by Jefferson. Taylor finds a nice pass down low. The shot, however, is blocked. Taylor on the rebound. He goes high off glass. He's got 2 more. Catholic leads at 7-4. Ike Herster with all 7. He averages 28.1 coming into tonight, the final regular season game for both these teams. Here's Jefferson, baseline, outside to Jeffress, who's got a 3. Takes it and he's off the mark. And a rebound, Kennedy Catholic. This is Christian back to Ike Herster. Guarded closely by Jefferson, who's trying to pick his pocket. They move back to Christian at 4.5. This is Thomas waiting for something to happen, and he eventually hands it off to Jaleel Christian. And now he'll step back. 4:15, 7-4, Kennedy Catholic in control from the beginning. As we're midway through the first quarter, he'll drive, left hand, switches to the right, shot goes off glass, but they get a rebound. That's Taylor. I'm sorry, that's Skylar Thomas. And now Jaleel Christian. Left and right, outside Thomas. Almost kicked away Jefferson. Here's Herster with another long 3. This one short. And a ball on the ground. We're going to get a jump ball, I think, eventually. No, still rolling around. Kennedy Catholic comes away with it. They find Thomas down low, and he's got a bucket. They work hard for that one. 9-4 now. Kennedy Catholic all over the offensive glass. They move it up to Jeffress. He's got a one-on-one. He goes soft touch off glass, and good defense by Ike Herster, who gets the rebound. And they will slow it up. 9-4, 3:11 to play in the first. This is Jaleel Christian guarded closely by William Jeffress, and now he'll back out. He'll slow it up and he'll wait for the call. Comes to midcourt, still guarded by Jeffress. Tries to switch. Now they move it right wing. That's Magistro. And back to Christian. Still guarded by Jeffress, 2:43. They're running some clock. And this pass, I think it was looking for Herster, is just going to go out of bounds untouched, and we have a timeout. 9-4 our score. Kennedy Catholic up, 2:39 to play in the first. All right, coming out of the McDowell timeout, 2:39 to play first quarter. It's been Kennedy Catholic since the beginning. Ike Herster with 7 of their 9. William Jeffress has 2 points. But they'll have possession of the basketball. They got a talking to from Coach O.C. during that timeout. A lot of it was about rebounding. Here's Paris over to Bock and back to Paris. Swinging around to Bock. Guarded by Jaleel Christian. Here's Mason Beck with a shot from 3. In and out, rebound Jeffress. Put back no good. Second put back is good. 2 rebounds, 2 points. Trojans back within 3. Jaleel Christian to bring it up for Kennedy Catholic. Golden Eagles 5-2 in Region 6. If they win tonight, they force a District 10 championship. 3-point ball is off the mark, and a rebound eventually is Jaden Jefferson. Now he'll speed it up. Right elbow, slowed down. Nice bounce pass down low, but stolen away. Quick hands, Jaleel Christian. It's going the other way. Behind the back, moves it right. Over to Thomas. And now to Herster, guarded by Jefferson. And back to Christian. Here's a shot from 3 right side. Rebound Herster. They go into Magistro, whose shot is blocked. And a rebound Jefferson. Still 9-6, a minute and a half to play in the first. Jaden Jefferson, right wing, go across court. Almost turned over again. And it is. Jonah Bock fought for it, but the quick hands of Jaleel Christian. 2 possessions in a row. 2 straight turnovers by the McDowell Trojans offense. And now some subs. Jackson Hauer and Skylar Carr in for McDowell. 1:14 to play first quarter. Kennedy Catholic with the lead and the basketball. Here's Christian guarded by Skylar Carr. Herster and then a handoff. Back to Herster. Thought about the 3. Dribble, drive, spin. He's going to go through some contact. No foul. Gets the rebound. Another putback, and there's a foul. And he's going to get 2 shots. Ike Herster, a better than 85% free throw shooter. 121 of 148 on the year. And he goes to the line for 2 with just under a minute to play in the first. Chance to make it a 5-point game. And he knocks down the first. Elijah Harden coming in for Kennedy Catholic. Also Deshaun Young in the game as well. Herster lines up for the second. He's got 9 of their 11, and they lead by 5. 58 seconds to play in the first. Hauer, Carr, Hauer, Bock, got to get it across midcourt. Hauer does, up to Jeffress. Thought about the 3, now drives on Young. Back outside to Bock, and they'll slow it up at 45. They get a bounce pass from Jeffress to Hauer, and he's going to get fouled hard underneath the basket. He's going to get a pair of his own. And it'll be Jackson Hauer going to the line for 2 with 39 seconds to play in the first. Hauer knocks down the first. And here comes Vince Pisano into the game. He'll replace Jonah Bock. And he goes 2 for 2, and he gets it back to a 3-point game. Jaleel Christian at 35 seconds. Have to imagine they'd try to hold for the last shot. Here's Harden. Outside Thomas, top of the key, guarded by Jeffress, and now they move it over to Christian. Herster underneath the basket, guarded by Jaden Jefferson. Christian with 16 seconds, back near midcourt. Now he moves right. Skylar Carr close to him. Herster gets around the screen. Passes up to Harden at 4 seconds. Harden launches a 3. Well off. Rebound Jefferson, and he'll launch and miss at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. 11-8. Golden Eagles on top of the Trojans. Ike Herster with 9. All right, top of the second quarter, welcome back. 11-8 our score. Kennedy has led since the jump, and it's been because of District 10's leading scorer, Ike Herster. He's got 9. McDowell comes out with Jeffress, Jefferson, Hauer, Pisano, and Carr. So no subs since the end of the first quarter. Kennedy enters with Taylor, Thomas, Herster, Magistro, and Jaleel Christian. So the original starting 5 back on for the Golden Eagles, and it'll be Golden Eagle basketball to start the second. This is Jaleel Christian, moves it left immediately to Herster, and then back to Christian. Here's Magistro, guarded by Pisano. Here's Thomas, guarded by Jeffress. They move it around Christian, almost lost the handle, and now to Herster at 7:40. Thomas almost lost it again. He's guarded closely by Jeffress. He'll get rid of it. Right wing to Christian, and he'll talk it out. No dribbles. Still trying to set something up. Now he moves left. This is Thomas. Moves to the middle. And they're trying to keep the ball away from Ike Herster as much as possible. Thomas over the way to Christian. Christian's going to dribble drive outside Thomas, and Thomas gets one to go off glass. Boy, very patient by Kennedy Catholic, and it pays off with a 2-point bucket at 7:05. 13-8, the lead back to 5. Here's an alley-oop from Jeffress to Jefferson. And it was fantastic, and it brings the Trojans back within 3, 13-10. Those were Jefferson's first 2. Good recognition. Kennedy Catholic back on offense, and it's Herster with the ball in his hands. He moves down low. They have to move it way outside to Christian at 6:33. Each team with 1 team foul. Been a relatively clean first half thus far. Here's Herster, right wing, guarded by Jefferson. Thought about it. Now puts the ball on the floor. Moves it across to Magistro, who dribbles it back out. Taking their time. Here's Christian, left wing, guarded closely by Carr. McDowell not switching. They've got the defensive lineup they like. Christian goes behind the back. Here's Magistro. Pisano tried to take it away. Now they move left. Here's Thomas down low. Off glass shot is no good. Rebound Thomas. Magistro a shot from 3. He's good. Once again, patience and passing pays off for Kennedy Catholic. They lead it now by 6. That's the biggest lead of the game. That's Pisano crossing midcourt off a pass from Hauer. Now here's Hauer. Pisano thought about it, now moves it to Jeffress. Jefferson baseline, kick out, Hauer. Hauer will drive. Too strong, no, goes in. Jackson Hauer with 2 more at 5:20. McDowell scoring quick, but they're going to have to get more offensive possessions, get the ball away from Kennedy Catholic, who's taken their time on offense. Magistro outside Christian, guarded by Carr, and he'll slow it up. Herster thought about it, pump, 2 steps, gets inside, through contact and 2 more. Ike Herster in double figures with 11, and he's going to come up a little bit limp. He's holding the left ankle. Here's Carr. Here's Jeffress, tries to go around Herster, pushes him out of the way. He's going to get 2 and 1 more as he draws contact, and Jeffress will go to the line. The old-fashioned 3-point play coming up as Ike Herster holding that left ankle. 18-14, Jeffress goes to the line for 1 more. And it'll be Nate Taylor who's going to come to the bench. Deshaun Young, true freshman, comes in. Herster's going to retie the laces as Jeffress steps to the line for the bonus free throw. That foul was on Jaleel Christian, his first, team second. And Jeffress makes it. It's back to a 3-point game. 18-15, 4:44 to play in the first half. Christian to bring it up. Met at midcourt by Mason Beck. Here's Thomas. And the big man Thomas guarded closely by Jeffress. they've opted to put Jeffress on Thomas here in the first half. Here's Christian, some fancy dribbling as he tries to go around Mason Beck. He goes off glass, and a big rebound, Jeffress. He's got a 3-on-2. Will he slow it up? He gets to the line, and he's going to get batted out of bounds. But it's going to be last touch by Kennedy Catholic. It's McDowell basketball underneath the basket. 4:10 to play, second quarter. Beck to inbound. Right away, Jonah Bock, and he's going to launch a 3. Shot off the mark, rebound, Beck. Bock tries again. This time he finds the bottom of the net, and Jonah Bock knots it up at 18. 3:55 to play here in the second quarter. McDowell has it even for the first time. They have never led in this game. That was Young. Now over to Thomas, who tries a 3. It's short and a rebound, Jackson Howard. He'll give it off to Jaden Jefferson, who's going to bring it up court at 3:33. Now they hand it to the point guard, Mason Beck. He sets up the offense. He moves right, now left to Bock. Now down low to Jeffress with a shot from 3. He finds the bottom of the net. McDowell has their first lead off the shot from William Jeffress. Jeffress with 7. 3:08 to play, first half. Here's Herster, left wing, and he'll back it out. Now he switches on to Jeffress. In the eye of Jeffress, his three-point shot is off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. And with that, we'll have a timeout taken at 2:59. Trojans with their first lead and the basketball, 21-18. .2:59 to play, first half. McDowell has its first lead of the game. On just the last possession, William Jeffress hit a three-point shot from the lower left corner to give the Trojans a three-point lead. Now coming out of the timeout. This is Mason Beck with the basketball. He moves left. It gets to Jeffress, top of the key, coming off a screen. He gets to the basket. Nope, gonna get stripped. And it's going the other way. I think it might have been Herster who got the hands in there. Here's Christian with the basketball, right wing. 2.5 to play in the first half. Guarded by Mason Beck. He moves right. Thought about the screen. Now they try to get Herster away from Jeffress. 2:19. Christian still with the basketball. And now they get it to Herster on the left side. Moves to the middle, now moves right to Thomas. Guarded by Howard. This is Magistro, left wing. Trying to find Herster down low. Magistro gets around Bock, goes to the middle, 2 steps. And we got a traveling call on Magistro. That's going the other way. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Trojans lead it by 3, and they have the basketball. This is William Jeffress Jr. Move it over to Mason Beck, guarded by Christian. Jeffress calls for the ball. Long three. In and out, rebound. Max Paris who goes back, and it's going to be batted out of bounds. Swatted away by Ike Herster at a minute 34, but it'll remain Trojan basketball on the offensive end. They set up the inbound play. It'll be back to inbound. Back right to Bock. Down to Hauer. Hauer in the low corner, try to bring it back outside. Has to get rid of it, and they go to Jeffress. And we're going to get a charge timeout. Coach OC, while Jeffress was struggling to get the ball away from Christian. 21-18 still our score. Minute 25 to play in the half. All right, coming off the 30-second timeout. Coach OC had to make sure his Trojans kept the basketball. Jeffress was close to the out of bounds. 1:22. This is Max Paris moving left wing. They get to Jeffress. Left elbow jumper, too strong, and a rebound Thomas. Stolen away, Jefferson. And he'll get outside the three-point line, try to reset. Now he goes to the basket, slams it home. Oh my goodness, Jaden Jefferson with authority. And we've got a whistle. Jaden Jefferson and the crowd erupts. And Kennedy Catholic's going to get a 30-second timeout, 23-18. Sorry, did you turn that off? Back out of timeout. Here's Magistro with the basketball for Kennedy Catholic. They trail by 5 with under a minute to play in the first half. 54 seconds as he crosses midcourt. This is Christian, met by Beck. Now they get the ball to Thomas. Over to Magistro, top of the key, and they're trying to find Herster, guarded by Jefferson. This is Christian. Now Thomas at 36 seconds. Christian. Left side, guarded by Beck. Now moves right to Thomas. Thomas, a long three-point shot. Too short, and a rebound. Jaden Jefferson with 23 seconds. And they'll be able to hold for the last shot. Mason Beck, as Coach OC calls the play. He'll cross midcourt at 14. Now 12. Moves left. 10 seconds. Guarded by Christian. Cross court, Paris. They move outside to Jeffress at 4 seconds. Jeffress falling away. The three is off the mark. Rebound Jefferson, and it's too late. Shot no good. So at the half, 23-18. McDowell trailed for most of the first half. Jeffress got him the lead, and Jefferson with the exclamation point at the end of the second quarter. All right, back to start the second half. It's Christian, Herster, Magistro, Taylor, and Thomas on the floor for Kennedy Catholic. Beck, Jefferson, Paris, Jeffress, and Bock. The 5 on the floor for the Trojans, who start with the basketball and leading by 5, 23-18. And this is Mason Beck to cross midcourt, met immediately by Jaleel Christian. They move the ball down low to Jeffress, then outside to Paris, who's got a shot for 3, and he's off the mark. and a rebound by Thomas. So they start the half 0 for 1, but they did have a nice play there. Defense collapsed on Jeffress, and Paris had a good look from 3. Here's Thomas in the right corner, guarded by Jeffress. They move it out to Magistro. Magistro met by Jonah Bock. Now moves left wing, picks up the dribble, trying to find Herster. Got to get it somewhere. That's Taylor. Now back to Christian at 7:21. Christian will drive, and he's going to call with a charge. Nice job by Max Paris to set his feet. Draw the foul. That's Christian's first, team first. This is Jefferson with the basketball, across at midcourt. Bock in the corner, moves it into Jeffress, turns right. And they're going to get him with a travel. I'll say he picked up that pivot foot. Still 23-18, we're a minute into the second half. Jaleel Christian to bring it up court. Met at midcourt by Mason Beck. Now moves right. Down to Thomas, guarded by Jeffress. Trying to get the ball to Herster. He's doubled up in the low post. They try to go high. They get it to him. He finds it, and Herster goes off glass. That's a hard-earned 2 points. Ike Herster with 13, and he's got it down to 3. 23-20 now, 6.5 to play in the third. Beck crosses midcourt. They get it to Jeffress quickly. Low right corner. Moves around, elevates. Foul line jumper's good. Jeffress warming up. He's got 2 more. And the lead is back to 5. 25-20. Christian moves it left to Herster. Right back to him. And back to Herster. Guarded by Jefferson. Herster will pull up. No. Now he'll drive. Late, and he'll get a foul late. And Herster will go to the line. Looks like he put the ball down and then elevated. I think McDowell wanted a jump ball. And Herster will go to the line. That's the first on Max Paris, team first as well. Herster's 2 for 2 from the foul line in this game so far. They don't have 2 more here. Herster knocks down the first. Jackson Hauer is going to come into the game for Max Paris, who just picked up his first. Herster with a rare miss at 6:02. He goes 1 for 2, and the lead is 4. 25-21. Trojans with the lead in the basketball. Hauer in trouble. Now moves it out to Beck. Right to Jefferson, guarded by Thomas. Jefferson goes behind the back, right elbow. Kicks it back. Jeffress, long 3. This one bounces and is off the mark. Oh my goodness. Thomas in the offensive end. Finds Taylor top of the key. Taylor over to Herster, left side. Guarded by Jefferson. He'll spin. Now back away. And he gets it to Christian. 5:19 to play. It's a 4-point game. Kennedy Catholic trails 25-21. Herster launches and is off the mark. Rebound, Hauer. Herster with a quick turnaround 3. 2 leading scorers in District 10 going at it tonight. And they're trying to one-up each other for sure. This is Hauer, top of the key. Has a wide open lane, daring him to shoot. They move it down low. Jeffress, he goes baseline around Herster. Pass out to Jefferson. And he'll slow it down. Off his foot and out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Jefferson. That's another turnover for Jaden Jefferson. And Kennedy Catholic will take over near midcourt. 4:44 to play, third quarter, still 25-21. And we'll bring in Deshaun Young. He'll replace Magistro for the Golden Eagles. This is Young to Thomas, to Taylor, guarded by Hauer. Now Young again in the lower right-hand corner. Thomas with it at 4:25. He'll hold. And Herster with a laser pass down low to Thomas. Thomas couldn't handle it. It's going to go out of bounds. What an absolute rocket shot from Ike Herster. It'll be Jeffress to bring the ball up the court. He'll get the screen at midcourt from Thomas, and Jeffress is going to go coast to coast, and he's going to get fouled by Taylor, but no whistle. And it's a turnover. Herster with the basketball. Kick outside, Thomas. Thomas right elbow. He'll stop. Now Christian moves left, dribbles around Beck, and he gets it to go for two. Jaleel Christian with the pair, and he's got it within two, 25-23. Now midway through the third. Beck, now Bock, left wing. Up to Jefferson, guarded by Herster. Jefferson will hoist from the right elbow. Shot is off and a rebound, Christian. Christian, 3-on-2. Herster almost can't get control of it. He goes off glass. Rebound, Thomas. His shot off the mark. And a rebound, Hauer. Hauer comes away and he'll slow it up. He goes up court, Jefferson. And Jefferson will slow it up on the 2-on-3. Pass beneath the basket, finds a wide open Jackson Hauer, who's got it for two. Defensive breakdown for Kennedy Catholic, and they give up an easy two to Jackson Hauer. 27-23, 3:05 to play in the third. This is Thomas, who will hold right wing. Close to a 5-second call, and Coach Mancino will call a timeout with 2:58. 27-23 our score midway through the third. Back from the timeout, it'll be Kennedy Catholic ball. Thomas to inbound, 2:58 to play in the third. McDowell leads 27-23. And this is Christian, met by Beck. He moves it over to Magistro, tipped away by Bock, but Thomas manages to get it back. They go down low, Herster. Herster double pump, off the mark, and a rebound. Herster gets it back, and as he goes up, we'll have a foul called. Quick whistle. And Herster will go to the line for the third time tonight. At 2:42. And we'll have a timeout called by McDowell. Ike Herster at the line for two. 27-23, 2:42 to play in the third. Back from timeout, it's Ike Herster at the line, shooting 2. Foul committed by Jackson Hauer, his second, team second. And Herster knocks down the first. He's 4 of 5 from the line tonight. And it makes it a 3-point game, 27-24. He's got a shot to go. Two for 2 is Ike Herster. 2-point game. It'll be Bock that crosses midcourt on a pass from Hauer. Now Hauer over to Bock. Into Jeffress. Jeffress left elbow jumper. Too soft, but a rebound. Pisano. Back outside to Hauer, and they'll reset. This is Pisano. Now Jonah Bock. He's got a 3. Jonah Bock buries it. to 25 at 2:19. to 25, the lead is back to 5. And some subs. Skylar Carr, Vince Pisano, Jonah Bock, Jackson Hauer, William Jeffress, the 5 on the floor for the Trojans. This is Thomas. Pass down low, no, I'm sorry, that's Young. Almost lost it, back out to Thomas. Thomas drive, handoff Young. Young can't control, and it's out of bounds. Turnover, Golden Eagles. And now this will be Trojan basketball. Inbounds from Hauer to Pisano. It'll be Pisano who brings it up. Back to Hauer at 1:47. Carr, right wing, hands it off to Jeffress. Jeffress one-on-one with Herster. Now pumps, now to Pisano. Back outside, Hauer. Hauer goes strong. Soft touch, and Hauer's got 2 more. Gets the friendly roll, and the lead is now 7. That's their biggest lead of the night with 1.5 to play in the third. 32-25. It's been a low-scoring affair. Herster with the basketball, guarded by Jeffress. Tries to get the screen. Jeffress pokes it away. And a jump ball called. Herster and Jeffress battling, and the possession arrow favors Kennedy Catholic. Herster maybe got away with a little bit of a push. It'll be Christian. Kennedy Catholic with the basketball. 1:04 to play. He moves it right. This is Herster, right wing guarded by Jeffress. And he moves it to Thomas. Elevates. Shot off the mark, and he's going to get fouled. Kudos to the Kennedy Catholic Theater Department. It's going to be Skylar Carr's first and the team third, and that sends Jaleel Christian to the line for 2. Christian misses the first. And that was a quick first shot. 32-25, 56.4 to play here in the third. Elijah Harden comes into the game. As does Adam Churlick. And he'll replace Nate Taylor. Deshaun Young also going to the bench during that possession. Christian's got a second free throw. Missed the first. And he gets a friendly bounce on the second. And a volleyball comes onto the court. I think that's a first. Christian goes 1 for 2. He cuts the lead to 6 points. It's 32-26, and as I mentioned, just under a minute to play here in the third. Howard gets it inbounds right away to William Jeffress Jr. And he'll be met at midcourt by Ike Herster. District 10's 2 leading scorers, one-on-one here late third. Jeffress near midcourt. He urges his teammates to move to the right. He wants a one-on-one and hold for the last shot. Herster inches closer. And now Jeffress moves to the right. Steps in, turns around, gonna get swatted away, and picked up by Cherlik. Jeffress is denied. They move it forward. Christian waits, can't put it in. Putback no good. Second putback. Herster's got it. They move closer. 8 seconds. Carr with the basketball. Carr forward to Hauer. Hauer goes in. He's going to get held. No foul, but Hauer gets the 2 as they run out of time of the third. 34-28. Trojans with the lead. Here we go, top of the fourth. Starters back in for Kennedy Catholic. It's Jefferson, Pisano, Hauer, and Jonah Bock with the 5 on the floor for the Trojans. I'm not really sure what we're waiting for. This will be the top of the fourth. We've got a conversation going between Coach OC and the referee on the baseline. Here we go. It's Jeffress to start with the ball, and he's going to be met at midcourt by Thomas. He moves it left to Pisano. Pisano down low to Hauer. Hauer guarded by Taylor. They go down low to Jefferson baseline. He tries to bounce pass out, and it's into traffic. And another turnover by Jefferson. 34-28, 20 seconds expired here in the fourth. This is Magistro, right wing guarded by Bock. He's got a clear lane to the basket and the opposite to move left. This is Thomas guarded by Pisano. He'll move right, outside to Taylor guarded by Jefferson. Handoff, Magistro, he goes in, under and up, and Magistro's got it for 2. Nice little move by Magistro to bring him within 4. 34-30 now. Jefferson, right wing, hands off Hauer. Now out to Jonah Bock, who's playing the point. Bock behind the back, Hauer top of the key. And now he turns around, finds Jeffress down low, guarded by Herster. Jeffress, soft touch, can't get the roll, and a rebound, Kennedy Catholic. Thomas, Herster baseline spin, goes reverse layup, and Herster gets it to go. Spectacular bucket by Ike Herster. And he's got the Golden Eagles back within 2. And Thomas is going to commit a foul at midcourt on William Jeffress. Little too handsy. And at 6:33, we'll have a couple of subs, and we'll also have a McDowell timeout. 2-point game, 34-32. Trojans yet to score here in the fourth. Okay, 6.5 here to play in the fourth. Second team foul called against Kennedy Catholic just a moment ago. The first against Thomas, and it'll be McDowell basketball at midcourt. Here's Mason Beck. He sat for a while. Should be pretty rested. This is Jefferson top of the key, and they finally get it to Jeffress, left wing. Picks up the dribble now outside. Jonah Bock. Jefferson now behind the back, and he'll step back. Gets away from Herster. Now down low to Beck. Now back to Jefferson. Outside Jonah Bock, guarded by Taylor. Bock's going to drive. Teardrop floater. Can't get it to go, and a rebound, Jonah Bock. And he'll move it back out to Jefferson, who will slow it down at 5:55. 34-32. Over 2 minutes expired here in the fourth. McDowell yet to score. Jefferson, turnaround, foul line shot off the mark, rebound, Jeffress, put down is off the mark and a rebound, Kennedy Catholic. Bodies on the floor and a whistle called, or a whistle blown, and that's going to go against Kennedy Catholic. Oh no, that's going to go against Max Paris, his second, team fourth. So that slowed it down. 5:38 to play in the game. It's still a 2-point game. 34-32. Kennedy Catholic has scored on their last 2 possessions. This is Deshaun Young, left wing guarded by Paris. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas shot blocked. And a goaltend. The bucket counts, and we're all knotted up at 34. It's Max Paris crossing midcourt, and he hands off to Jonah Bock, guarded by the freshman Deshaun Young. Here's Jeffress, elevates, too short, and a rebound, Thomas. Going the other way, Kennedy Catholic kicked away, ball on the ground. Ike Herster ends up with it, and he hands off to Jaleel Christian, who will set up the offense as we roll under 5 minutes to play in the fourth. Christian at midcourt, guarded by Bock. 34 all. It's been a spectacular effort by Ike Herster. This is Magistro, guarded by Paris. And now back to Christian at 4:38. He moves it left to Herster, guarded by Jeffress. This is probably what you'll see the rest of the way. Herster moves it left to Young. Young back to Christian, the senior. A lot of moving, not a lot of passing lanes. Christian still with the ball. Now right side to Magistro, 4:15 now. They've had the ball for an entire minute. Magistro moves center, now to Herster. And now back to Christian, left wing, 4:06. And he'll pause for a Gatorade timeout. And now he'll dribble. 3:59. Moves it left. Herster a long three. In and out. Rebound Jefferson. Still knotted up at 34. 3:44 to play. Jeffress with the ball in his hands. Guarded closely by Herster. Jeffress' shot has been off, but he's been effective in the low post near the basket. He'll back up and now call the play. Beck comes across. Now Paris. Now Jefferson guarded by Thomas. They get it back to Jeffress, and they'll get him on a charge. He's not happy with the call as Herster goes to the ground. That's Jeffress' first, team fifth, and a timeout called at 3:19, 34 all. .319 to play in the fourth, coming out of a timeout. It'll be Kennedy Catholic basketball. Following the first foul on William Jeffress, it was a charge, team fifth. Tie ball game, 34 all, and McDowell, 5 minutes into the quarter, has yet to put any points on the board. Here's Thomas. Had a lane, but opts to bring it back outside. Herster with a long three, should have been out of bounds as it touched the top of the basket. And there's the late whistle. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Thomas. His second, team third. I didn't see it. So it'll be McDowell basketball as we roll under 3 to play in the fourth. This is Jefferson. Picked up his dribble. Moves it to Jeffress. Spins around. Outside Bock. Now back to Jefferson. Jefferson moves right through some contact. Picks up the dribble. Finds a running Bock who goes off glass. Shot's no good, but William Jeffress is there for the rebound and the putback and goes down hard. They got a 2-point lead. Here's Herster, goes to the basket. Under and up, and Herster ties it up again at 36. And a Kennedy timeout. 2:24 to play in the fourth, not at 36 apiece. 36 all coming out of the Kennedy Catholic timeout. Jeffress had a brilliant putback to give the Trojans a 2-point lead, and Ike Herster goes right down court and knots it back up. So we stand at 36 apiece, and it's Trojan basketball at 2:21. And they cross midcourt. This is Mason Beck, the junior, guarded by Jaleel Christian, a senior. Beck moves it left to Bock. Back outside. Hauer moves it right to Jefferson. Thought about it. Guarded by Thomas. Under 2 minutes. Here's Jeffress, long three. In and out, rebound Beck. Right back to him. Jeffress, one dribble. And we got 2 shots coming up for William Jeffress, who went strong to the basket. And a foul on Magistro. And Jeffress is slow to get up. He took a shot on the way to the rim. 1:52 to play here in the fourth, 36 all. And William Jeffress, an 80% free throw shooter, on the line with 2 shots. That was Magistro's second, team fourth. Jeffress steps to the line. Puts down the first. And that gives the Trojans a slim lead. And we'll have a sub. Skylar Carr comes in for Mason Beck. Carr, the senior. Excellent defensive basketball player. Jeffress is second. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And the Trojans clinging to a 2-point lead with 1:47. Christian moves right. They go to Thomas. Thomas spins around. Shot off glass. Nice work. Patient in the low post. And he knots it up at 38. Kennedy Catholic not scared. And they'll call a timeout at 1:36. 38 all. What a basketball game. 38 all. 1:36 to play here in the fourth. We've battled even 34 all, 36 all, now 38 all. Teams matching buckets. And here's the Trojans with 1.5 minutes to play. It's Mason Beck with the basketball. 38 all. Beck, Hauer, Bock, Jeffress, and Jefferson, the 5 on the floor for the Trojans. And they'll move it around. Taylor, Thomas, Christian, Herster, and Magistro, the 5 on the floor for Kennedy Catholic. This is Hauer in the left wing. Hands off to Jefferson. And it's going to roll out of bounds. Last touched by the Trojans. That's a turnover. Jefferson can't believe it. .59 seconds to play, and Kennedy Catholic can hold for the last shot. That was a major gaffe by the Trojans offense. Thomas to inbound, he'll go right to Christian. 58 seconds, he'll be met at midcourt by Skylar Carr. Carr in for Mason Beck. Christian spins and moves his way back to the midpoint line. 46 seconds. Carr seeing if he can trap him. Now backs up. Hands off Taylor, guarded by Howard, left wing. 35 seconds, back in the hands of Christian. 38 all. Christian guarded by Carr. And a timeout taken by Kennedy Catholic at 30 seconds. Full timeout, and they'll take it out in the front court. .30 seconds to play in this one, 38 all. Kennedy Catholic just called timeout, and they'll have the basketball in the front court. Same five, both sides. And they'll go to Christian. Jaleel Christian, the senior guard. Way in the backcourt, he'll be met by Skylar Carr. 22 seconds, now to Gio Magistro, guarded by Bock. Magistro to the middle, back to Christian, 16 seconds. They got to keep the ball from Ike Herster, guarded right now by Jeffress, and they're going to get a foul on Jeffress at 11 seconds. This will be against William Jeffress on Jaleel Christian. So Jeffress' second, team sixth, and that'll stop the clock at 11.6. So that was their foul to give. Jeffress trying to go for the steal. And the ball got away. No, Christian picks it up. 8 seconds now. Tries to get the screen. Hand off, Herster. Herster elevates. And it's a miss and a rebound, Jeffress, and we're going to overtime. Ike Herster misses at the buzzer. And Jeffress secures the rebound. And we go to free basketball. 38 all at the end of the fourth. Yep. All right, we start overtime. And once again, Ike Herster and William Jeffress meet in the center. Herster won the opening tip. Jeffress will win the overtime tip. 4-minute clock, no media timeouts here in overtime. And we open with Max Paris, left wing. Over to Mason Beck, right wing, now Jackson Howard. Defense flying around right now. Howard goes to the basket and finds an easy two. Jaleel Christian brings it up the floor for the Golden Eagles and met immediately by Mason Beck. They go left, stolen away, Bock, 2-on-1, forward to Beck, and the pass is off the mark. Mason Beck couldn't find it. Missed opportunity there for the Trojans. At 3:27, still a 2-point game. Kennedy Catholic gets it back, very fortunate. This is Gio Magistro crossing midcourt. And he goes to Herster and right back to Magistro, guarded by Bock. Trying to find Herster. Here's Thomas with a shot from the corner. It's off the mark and a rebound. Max Paris. Jeffress on the ground again. It is getting physical on the low post, still no whistles. We've had 13 total fouls in this game. Total. This is Max Paris. Top of the key, now left side to Jeffress. Jeffress will bring it to the top at 2:48. They've got a lead, and they can sit on it. Herster wearing a brace on that left ankle he injured earlier in the game. This is Beck. Picks up his dribble, now moves it left. Paris thought about it, now into the middle. Back to Jeffress at 2:27. He's met by Herster, and a foul. I believe this is going to be against Herster, a little bit too much. And it is. Team fifth, Herster's second. And McDowell will take it out of bounds. 2:23 to play in the overtime period. Trojans lead at 40-38. Jackson Howard with the lone points here in overtime. Beck moving left, guarded closely by Christian. Now to Howard. Now hand off Beck. Trying to find some open court. They go Howard. Howard outside. Bock, elbow jumper. In and out, rebound. The freshman, that's Deshaun Young. And with under 2 minutes now, Kennedy Catholic a chance to tie or take the lead. Jaleel Christian guarded by Beck. Gets a moving screen from Thomas. 1:43 now. They move it to Deshaun Young, lower right-hand corner, out to Magistro at 1:35. Magistro right wing. Out to Christian, top of the key, guarded by Howard. Christian drives, stop, pop, goes up. And they'll say jump ball. No. That's going to be a foul on Jackson Howard, his third, team seventh. And this will be a 1-and-1 for Jaleel Christian. So this is a 1-and-1. Misses the first and a rebound, Paris. And right away, Kevin O'Connor's going to call a full timeout. 1:25 to play here in overtime. McDowell with the basketball and the lead, 40-38. Christian, Magistro, Herster, Young, and Thomas, the 5 on the floor for Kennedy Catholic. Howard, Jeffress, Paris, Beck, and Bock, the 5 for McDowell. McDowell with the lead and the basketball and immediately goes inbounds to Mason Beck. And he'll be guarded 3/4 of the way by Jaleel Christian. And I don't know how that wasn't a foul. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll remain McDowell basketball at 1:19. Right away, back to Mason Beck, and he'll hand it off to William Jeffress. And he's going to be guarded by Ike Herster. Jeffress with 1:11. Starts right, moves center, comes back right, goes behind the back, comes in, he's going to be fouled by Herster on the low post. And Herster had to foul, or Jeffress was going to slam that one all the way home. And so that'll be Jeffress going to the line for 2. Herster's 3rd, team 6th, with 1:03 to play here in the 4th. Gets the roll on the first, it's a 3-point game. Jefferson and Carr enter the basketball game. They'll replace Paris and Bock. Jeffress with a chance to make it a 2-possession game. That's their biggest lead since the start of the 4th quarter, 42-38. 1 minute to play in overtime. Jaleel Christian moves it up to Ike Herster, guarded closely by Jeffress, and he'll give it back to Christian. 51 seconds now. He's got Carr all over him. Herster, Christian, back to Herster. Jeffress swipes at it. And they'll call a foul on Jeffress as he goes to the ground. And that'll put Herster on the line. That's Jeffress's 3rd.
He hit him with the elbow. That's an offensive foul.
4-point game with 41 seconds here in overtime. Again, if McDowell wins, they win District 10 6A outright. If not, they're going to have to play Kennedy Catholic again. Date and time undetermined. This is Herster at the line, 1-1. And he misses the first, and a rebound, Jeffress. 39 seconds. Kennedy has to foul, and they do. And they foul William Jeffress with 36 seconds. 42-38. And this one's going to be a while. Jeffress was just down on the floor moments ago after that foul. And now he gets fouled and will go to the line. Shooting 1-1. He'll take some time and now walks to the line. 36.2 seconds to play in this one. It's a 4-point game. 1-1. And he knocks down the first and earns the second. It's now a 5-point game. Two for 2, ice in his veins. William Jeffress, perfect from the foul line tonight. 44-38, and a timeout taken by McDowell. They'll cross the T's and dot the I's before the final 36 seconds in this one. 33 seconds. Christian with the basketball, way up court to Herster. Tipped away. Jefferson has it, and he can't put the lid down on the flush. He tries the 360 dunk. Kennedy Catholic with the ball again. Christian outside. Herster, three-point shot. In and out. Rebound back up court. Jefferson again. And a timeout, McDowell at 12 seconds. Holy moly. (44-38) and at 12 seconds, and a bench warning against Kennedy Catholic. All right, after the timeout, 12.8 to play. Trojans with a 6-point lead and the basketball. Beck to inbound, still waiting, and they go way deep to Jonah Bock. And Bock's going to get fouled right away. Magistro and Thomas are right there at 10.3. And it's called on Magistro. His third, team eighth, and that'll send Jonah Bock to the line, shooting 1 and 1. Heck of a defensive effort tonight by Kennedy Catholic. McDowell has scored up to this point 11 points, including that made free throw, in the final 12 minutes of the game. This is a McDowell team that's averaged over 66 points per game coming into tonight, as Jonah Bock nails both. 46-38. He'll go to the bench. Cheers from the crowd as Jaden Jefferson comes back in. They move it up. Magistro, a shot from three. In and out. Rebound. Kennedy. Herster can't turn around in time. And that's your ball game. In overtime, 46-38. Kennedy fails to score as the Trojans win District 10 6A outright, behind a middling performance by the Trojans offense. What a game. 46-38 your final. The Trojans win District 10 and they're headed to the PIAA playoffs. 18-3, they finish the season.